Hello everyone and welcome to Credit Finance. In today's video, I bring you an update regarding SNAP benefits. Millions brace of an end to SNAP benefits, and we also discuss how the post-pandemic cut on SNAP benefits will affect millions of Americans. And also take a look on child tax credit. Why is the CTC so low this year? And of course, all the information is available in this same video. We have so much to tell you. So make sure you guys stay until the end of this video and watch complete video without missing any part. Now before we get started, if you are interested in latest news regarding stimulus, SNAP, child tax credit, PEBT and everything in between, so make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now to the coming end pandemic emergency food aid for millions of Americans. The temporary program due to end on March 1st. Many fearing the consequences for struggling families. This morning, nearly 30 million Americans bracing for a significant act in their monthly food stamp benefits. After nearly 3 years, the federal government is ending pandemic-era payments for low-income families on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program or SNAP. 18 states have already ended the extra SNAP benefits. The rest of the country will do the same March 1st. The average household will now lose $95 a month for groceries, but depending on things like family size and income, some will lose hundreds of dollars a month in food assistance. The boost has been a lifeline for many credit, with keeping over 4 million people out of poverty. The extra money was always temporary, intent to stop once President Biden declared an end to the pandemic, which he plans to do in May. The cut comes as Americans continue to struggle with stubbornly high inflation, food prices alone up more than 10% from a year ago, with staples like egg, butter, cereals, and bread up by double-digit percentage. Food banks across the country now rising to meet increasing demand and fill the gap of the reduced benefits, some appealing to their states for help. So far, only New Jersey agreed to extend those extra SNAP benefits. Now take a look how the post-pandemic cut on SNAP benefits will affect millions. The COVID-related increase in Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program SNAP benefit is coming to an end next month in 32 states, along with the District of Columbia, Guam, the US Virgin Islands. More than 41 million Americans will be affected by the change, and many families are expected to receive at least $95 less per month. According to the research and policy think tank Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, Congress previously issued temporary increase to address food insecurities during the pandemic, when unemployment rates skyrocketed to a high of nearly 15% and more than 22 million jobs were lost. By the passage of 2023 Consolidated Appropriation Act, which outlined appropriation the federal agencies during the year, ended emergency aid allotment for February 2023. 18 states, mostly Republican-led, have already dropped their additional allotments because they previously ended their emergency declaration. Research shows that emergency allotments helped keep 4.2 million people above the poverty line in the last quarter of 2021, mostly helped the Black and Latino population. The shift comes aimed elevated rates for food inflation, with grocery staples like egg 130% higher than they were last year. Food banks that previously spoke to time have also reported increased needs since the pandemic, as they balance a higher demand of assistance and increased food price that cause them to incur greater cost. The things that I used to buy I can't afford now. Mimi Wells 60, who relies on the food banks of New York City for supplemental grocery needs, previously told Time, "I did not notice food inflation at first because I had my freezer stocked up, but since it's been over a new year, now things are starting to run out." But even as research shows, the 1 in 10 Americans currently live in a food insecure household. House Republicans are looking to cut food stamps even more and enact stricter work requirements for recipients in an effort to decrease the federal defect. Conservative leaders such as former director of the Office of Management and Budget Russell Watt have vouched for border cuts to social programs, including more than 400 billion in cuts to food stamp. And in conservative majority states like Iowa, state legislature introduced a new bill that would limit the types of food recipients could purchase. The proposal would not allow people to purchase white grains, meaning they could only buy 100% whole wheat bread and pasta, baked beans, fresh meat, and sliced cheese, among other limits. Other SNAP waivers will be effected soon after the federal public health emergency ends on May 11th. This includes SNAP temporary student exemption, which permitted certain students who were enrolled at least half time of their higher education degree to receive food stamp. They will lose aid in June according to the US Department of Agriculture USDA, though some may still be eligible if they meet the regular student exemption guidelines, which can include working at least 20 hours a week, caring for children, or not being able to work. Under the emergency allowance, the government also temporarily paused the time limits on SNAP benefits able bodied adults under the age of 50, why who do not have dependent are not pregnant could receive. Adults will now return to the previous standard, which said they could not receive food stamp for more than 3 months within a 3-year period unless they met certain work guidelines. So in the last we will discuss about child tax credit. Why is the CTC so low this year? Folks who are preparing to file their 2023 tax return need to keep an eye out of child tax credit. American families tend to claim to child tax credit at the same time they file their annual tax returns and possibly reduce the money that they owe or increase their refund. During 2021, the American Congress decided to pass the American Rescue Plan, a program that managed to raise the total credit amount per kid and gave folks a chance to collect a portion of the tax credit upfront on the monthly basis. However, online information that was gathered recently shows folks are not certain if they will get the same higher child tax credit when they file their returns this year. In short, families will not get an increased child tax credit in 2023 because the American Rescue Plan only decided to expand the child tax credit for the 2021 tax year. This means that the child tax has gone back the pre-pandemic amount of the 2022 taxpayer. Parents or guardians who meet a number of qualifications might be able to get a tax credit $3600 for children under 5 and $3,000 for children between the age of 6 and 17. In the past, the child tax credit was only $2,000 per child. That increased credit people wonder about was distributed on a monthly basis as a reward for people who filed their tax earlier. Families used to get between $250 and $300 monthly per child at the start of July 2021. People also claimed the rest of the credit when they filed their 2021 tax return, despite the Congress made the decision to stop expanding the child tax credit program for 2022. These reverted the child tax credit $2,000 per child who was eligible in 2022 taxpayer and did not get monthly installment in advance. A reduced child tax credit means parents will get smaller refund in 2023 if they compare it to last year. This information was taken by the Internal Revenue Service IRS. So that's all the update that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.